Alright, boom. Yes, people, back with another one, man. And you see the title of the video. This is why sex appeal is so important for short-term dating. Now, I feel like you need sex appeal for long-term and short-term dating, but we'll talk about short-term dating today, like hookups and stuff, because honestly, I preach not to do it and stuff like that, but guys are going to do what they want to do. Even though I still preach not to do it, guys are still asking me in the comments about short-term dating, so it is a part of dating, even though we're like, don't do it and stuff. It is what it is, bro. Man not gonna do what they want to do in it. So, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I wasn't indulging in that stuff when I was. And this channel's about my experiences with dating, so I'm gonna talk about both sides of it, innit? Now, one thing I did notice. No, let's talk about how I thought of this topic. I went on a date recently. I've been on quite a few dates recently, to be honest. But I went on a date yesterday or the day before, whatever, and we was out. We ended up at this bar, right? It was like an underground bar. I don't know how we found it. It was walking. We just went in there. It was actually quite decent, innit? And basically, we were sitting down. I was talking to the girl, whatever. We were hitting it off, and basically, another girl comes up to her, starts talking. She was like older woman, maybe like 30. Yeah, maybe like 30. She comes up to her, the girl I'm with, and she starts. They're sitting next to each other. So now they're talking, like, you know how girls are. Oh, I like your purse, or I like your jacket, this, that, and they start talking or whatever. And I can see like she's looking at me as she's talking, so I know they're talking about me, bro. I know. Then they're talking for like maybe like 5 minutes. So that's quite a long time. If you deep it, that's quite a long time, innit? And boom. So they stopped talking now, and she's turned her attention back to me. And I was like, oh, like, what was you guys talking about? And like, she was basically, and then she said to me, she was basically saying, oh, like, how you're handsome, and she likes your tattoos and stuff. And before I asked her that, I went to shake her hand because she was like, hi, my name is what? I forgot her name. So I went to shake her hand, and she's gone like this, like, you see when you shake someone's hand and like they rub your hand like that, she's like rubbing my hand as she's shaking my hand. I was like, raw. It's like, this woman's bold, bro. But and then my one started making the joke, like, oh, like, should I fight her or whatever? Like, yeah, but that's another thing, like competition anxiety. That's a good thing. You want that. I'll be honest. You want women you're with to know that you can attract other women. You get, especially if they're good looking. But yeah, that's what made me think of this video, and that's why I'm making this video. Now, how can you increase your sex appeal? The main thing is your physique. Like, your physique is the main thing. I'll put it like this, yeah. When you're growing up and you're watching all these movies and all of this stuff, and you got the jocks and the nerds and there's a reason why the jock always has the girl, bro. There's a reason why the jock always has the girl. It's not just one set reason, but one of the reasons is the jock is in shape, right? This is not something new. This is even back to caveman days, or even if you're watching like stuff like Roman times and the warriors, and you had the Roman warriors and stuff, they always had the women. They always had the women, bro. It's just the way it is. Women just like a guy that's fit and athletic and that's in shape, bro. I'm not saying bodybuilder, because that's a turn off to most women, but I'm just saying like you're lean, athletic, and yeah, bro. And another thing that I can't lie, I'm not saying that you should do for women. I'm not even saying that you should do it, but I was always gonna get tattoos, innit? From 17, 18. As soon as I turned 18, I got my first tattoo. And now I'm actually getting another one next week or whatever, bro. Or the week after or some shit. But I like tattoos, innit? Tattoos is a massive thing for sex appeal, bro. Like, if you guys watch my YouTube shorts, like when I used to do like the Omegle Riz or the monkey up Riz and stuff, you'd see women, the first thing they notice is the tattoos, bro. Like, oh, I love your tattoos. Oh, I love your tattoos. I love your tattoos. It's just like, it's something, I guess it just adds that bit of edge, like that bad boy edge, because you're not really meant to get tattoos. Even though it is more accepted in today's society, but you're not really meant to get tattoos. And when you're in shape as well, it looks good, bro. It looks sick. Like tattoos, like your physique, tattoos, and jewelry is the three things I want to name in it for physical aspect. I'd say they're the three things: your physique, your tattoos, and your jewelry. Like, adding a bit of jewelry is definitely gonna add sex appeal. Now, I'm not saying that you need to have a bust down chain, you need to have a Richard Mille or a Rolex. No, you can just have a nice. I wear a Casio watch, bro. It was £50, bro. I always get compliments on the watch. I mean, Casio's never gonna go out of style, but I wear a Casio watch. I wear my little chains and rings and stuff. But it adds to that. You just look more. I don't know how to explain it, bro, but it just adds to that. Well, for me, it adds to my image as well. It adds to the sort of look I'm going for. So that always works. So I'm saying, like, it don't even need to be stuff like, it could be like beads and necklaces. I'm not wearing my necklace. I thought I was wearing it, but you guys have seen my necklace. Like, it could be like beads and necklaces. It don't have to be chains and watches. It can be beads and necklaces, but accessories and like jewelry, that therefore adds to it, bro, for sure. Now, that's physical. I said the story at the start, and there's other ways to add sex appeal without just it being physical. Another thing I forgot to mention that was physical, in fact, was your basically just your look, like you having prominent masculine features. Now, what are prominent masculine features? That's like a strong face, like piercing eyes, a strong jaw, the low body fat. You have strong features about you. You have like distinctive masculine features that definitely add sex appeal. Because people think that sex appeal is just like the bad boy, which, yeah, that archetype probably has the most sex appeal. But don't get it twisted, like the pretty boys as well. The pretty boys, they definitely, women definitely see them and want to sleep with them as well. But it's just like, I don't know. I can only talk from my experience, innit? I wouldn't say I'm a pretty boy. I would say I lean more into but I have more of the bad boy look, like fashion look, bad boy. With my, I don't know. I feel like some people would say I'm a pretty boy, but I wouldn't really say I'm a pretty boy. I definitely lean into more of like the bad boy, like in shape, tattoos. Even the way I dress is a bit edgy. It's like fashion, leather jackets. That, yeah, definitely I wear a leather jacket. I lean into more of the bad boy. So I can't really, but I do have friends who are like more of pretty boys, and they definitely have the same effect, bro. It's just like some women just look at them and they melt, bro. Honestly. So it's not one shoe fits all. I've already made a video on archetypes, but yeah, bro. But as I was saying, it's not just physical. I'd say, so. The story I mentioned at the start, that social proof as well definitely adds more sex appeal. So what I mean by social proof? A woman speaking to the woman I'm on a date with, saying that I'm attractive. That adds more. That drives competition anxiety, which makes me more sexy in her eyes. Or if I go into a room and I know a bag of man, you see, you go into a room and you're dabbing up a lot of people, or like, the bartender knows you by name, or the cute waitress knows you by name, etc. Or that you go to a nice place and the manager knows you, stuff like that. That definitely adds sex appeal because that's social proof. That means it shows that you're good in a social setting, and that women actually, that's more. I feel like that's more important to women than you think, bro. Like social proof, like you being respected in a social setting, bro. You can go on the opposite where you're in a social setting and you can't get, for example, you're trying to order a drink and you can't get the waiter's attention. Ick, bro. If you're at the bar and you're like, yo, waiter, and you can't get attention and she sees that, that's poor social proof. That means you don't stand out enough, you're not dominant enough. Or you're at the table and you're trying to get the waiter's attention and he or she's just walking past you. That's poor social proof. It works both ways, bro. You get it? So, yeah, bro. That's why even when I go out, because I usually go to get drinks with girls, like if I'm at the bar, I always make sure I make sure I'm not calling out to the waiter, like, waiter, waiter. I will usually wait for eye contact and I smile. And usually that works, to be fair. I usually wait for eye contact. Or if they go to someone else before me, I can anticipate that because I'm not calling it out. I'm literally looking at them to try and get their attention. Usually they come to you anyway. If you're making eye contact, they will come to you. That's just a little tip, innit? Don't be calling out to the waiter, or don't be calling out to the bartender, bro, and they're just brushing you in front of the girl. That's crazy. But social proof is a default a thing, right? And I'll be honest, yeah. See, with sex appeal, there's some things that you can't even control. What do I mean by this? I mean, like, what is pushed in the media, bro. So, like, for example, Michael B. Jordan being voted as the sexiest man in the world, that's gonna up my sex appeal as a black man who's in shape. Do you get what I'm saying? Because now that's more appealing to the masses. Or girls liking this artist or this rapper or this actor. Whatever, there's some things that's out of our control, right? But whatever's pushed in the media or like pushed to the masses as attractive, that's what's gonna be attractive, right? And right now, I'll be honest, bro, black men are in, like, black men are seen as attractive. A lot of women want to try a black man, you get it? Like, it's just, even with like your Love Islands and shows like this, you'll see more and more black men getting lusted over, bro. Yeah, there's white guys on there, but like, even like, for example, when Ovi went on there and all of this stuff, like, all of these guys, like, more like black men, dark skinned men, even light skin, just black men in general. As I said, this is from my experience. I can tell as the years have gone on and there's been more, like, black men has been more of a thing, it's up to my status in a way, in that regard. That is up to my sexual, it's up to my sexual appeal to women in that regard, because women are heavily influenced by media, they're heavily influenced by what they watch, they're heavily influenced by what they see on Instagram and stuff, like when they're seeing these, yeah, like, they're heavily influenced by all of that. And low-key, black men are being pushed as, I don't want to sound too vulgar, bro, but black men are being pushed as more of sex objects and stuff. So I have noticed over the years it get easier and easier. I've always attracted black women, but I'm speaking about dating outside my race. It's definitely me doing looksmaxxing, improving my looks, getting in shape over the years and stuff like that. But I'm not oblivious to the fact that media does play a part, like the hip hop, R&B, even Afrobeats making an emergence. As I said, Michael B. Jordan being voted sexiest man in 2020, whatever. And if you look at Love Island, you're seeing bare dark skinned guys now, bare black guys, and they're the main guys in the villas and stuff like that. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's just like that plays a part as well. What the media and what the masses are pushing is playing a part. You can't really control that, but it just is what it is. And yeah, bro, that's it, man. That's the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that jazz, and I'll catch you on the next one in a bit.